Hi everyone, my name is Stéphane Boutet. I'm a coach with the La Margentée Figure Skating Club, and I've been a skater for over 20 years. So today I'm going to make a little video to help you guys choose the proper length and width of a recreational skate, a hockey skate, or figure skate. So why is it important to have good fitting skates? First off, you're going to reduce the pain when you're skating. A lot of people complain of foot pain. Usually it's because the skates are too tight, too loose, they're not the right size, not the right width. So they were going to help you with that. And also you'll have a higher success rate. So if you have good fitting skates, well adjusted, you're going to be more comfortable in them, better able to succeed at a faster rate. Another thing is that the price will be more expensive. A lot of people who start skating, they say, oh, I'm just going to spend $50 on a beginner pair of skates. Well, what usually happens is those skates are low quality and you end up having to change them in a year or 6 months when you progress past them. One tip is to spend a good $150 right off the top, and that way you have skates that are beginner to intermediate. You'll be able to use them for a long time, and they're also skates that will follow you along in your progression. So not only will they be able to be good second-hand pair of skates for when you're going outdoor skating, they'll be skates that you can reuse over and over or hand them down to other people. So another question is, how can I tell if my skates fit or not? Well, if your foot moves in the skate while it's tied, if it moves side to side, or if the heel is lifting off the skate when it's tied on your foot, then your skates are definitely not the right kind of skates for you. Also, if you have a lot of pain, if you're having a lot of knee pain, if you're having a lot of foot pain, something's wrong with either the way you're balanced on the skate or the skate themselves. Another sign that can say that you have the wrong size of skate or that your skate's not properly adjusted to you is if you're leaning really deeply into your inside edges. So you've tied your skates up really tight, you're ready to go, you get onto the ice and you're completely collapsed inwards. Well, that means that your skate is either too big, it's too wide, it's not the right stiffness as skate. There are many factors, but you should never be really rotated towards the inside. It's going to create a lot of knee pain, a lot of back pain. You're going to have a really hard time skating. So that is one of the biggest signs to say that your skates aren't right for you. Another question people have is, how can I go out in a store and find a skate for myself? Well, a couple of tips that you can use when you're trying on a skate is when you put your skate on, put your foot to the front of the skate so your toes touch the front of the skate, and then use one or two fingers and see if you can glide them in the back where the heel is. You shouldn't be able to fit more than two fingers. If you have more than two fingers, then the skate is too long. If you have less than one finger, the skate is probably too small and you might need to think about getting a size or a half size bigger. Another tip is tie the skate tight as you normally would when you're skating, and then try to fit your hand down the side of the skate. If your hand fits completely down the side of the skate, that's because the skate is too wide. If you can fit your hand down the side and your fingers stop at your ankles, that means it's the right width for you. Another thing that you can do to make sure that you have the right width of skate is when you've tied up the laces tight, your skate shouldn't be flaring where the laces are going through the loops. So you should have about 1 to 2 inches in between both sides, so the lace in the middle should be about 1 to 2 inches in length. One thing to also remember and to use as a good practice is to never tie or tape around the ankles. By doing that, you're greatly reducing the amount of mobility you'll have in the ankles. You'll have less bend, less control, you'll be a lot more stiffer on your skates. So try to tie your skates to the top, just tie it with a bow. If the laces are too long, cut them, but you should never be wrapping them around the skate. Another good tip is a lot of people associate their shoe size with their skate size, and that's false actually. Your skate for an adult will be about 1.5 sizes smaller than your actual shoe size, and for a child it'll be about 1 size smaller. So if you wear a 9, you'll probably be about a 7.5 in a skate. Same thing for a kid. If the kid wears a 9, then he'll be an 8. One really important thing when trying on skates is never double your socks. When you do that, doubling your socks actually creates friction. Your foot will be less fitted in the skate and you end up getting blisters. So that's one thing to not do. And also, when going out and trying on skates that you want to buy, bring or wear the socks that you will be wearing when you go skating. That way you know you have the skate that fits perfectly for the day and you won't have any extra pain associated to that. So on our website, there's a calculation sheet about how to choose the right length and width of skate by measuring your foot. In order to save time, I've done it for you guys already. So here is a little picture of my foot that I've traced. What you want to do is you want to draw a line across the top and a line across the bottom, and also a line where your foot is the widest. Then you want to measure from the top line to the bottom line and from each side of the line here. So in order to do the calculation, you want to measure your length and then you want to divide that by the width. So depending on what the calculation will be, it'll give you kind of a number of where you stand in the width. So for me, when I calculated the result gave me about 2.5-ish. So for me, I'd be in a normal size skate. That way, if you're going to a store and someone's trying to sell me an extra wide skate or something really narrow, I know it's probably not going to fit me. So that's something also to do at home before buying your skate. If ever you're in doubt in a store, ask the experts. You can see on our website at lamargentee.com. There's a list of skating coaches. You can ask any of them for advice or tips about buying the proper skate and what skate you should be buying. But also in store at any of our recommended stores on our website, we have a list of figure skating and hockey, or for just normal outdoor skating skates. People that we trust that you could go to, and they will be able to give you good advice on what you need for your level and for your abilities. Also, we have a PDF calculation sheet of how to measure the length and width of your skate quickly, just so you go into buying a skate with a little bit more knowledge. But of course, always ask the experts.